Alright, so hey guys, I'm gonna try to do another video taking apart a keyboard. This is a keyboard that I just got today in the mail. It was packed very poorly, but made it here just fine. So this is a keyboard supposedly for the Apple II or the Apple IIe. I don't really know anything about those machines. I know people collect those, but so this actually wasn't manufactured or made by Apple at all. It was made by a third party. I just don't know who. It doesn't seem to say on here who made this keyboard. It does have a serial number. It was made in Taiwan. Just some basic information that they're kind of obligated to put on there. The keycaps are kind of a weird profile. They're not a very attractive profile at all. Pretty gross. The switches, I don't know what kind of switches they are. I'm yet to find out. I'm sure somebody there knows. And it's quite yellow. At least the keycaps are. So it's kind of in the style of, like, to me it looks like a Model F. So maybe I'll grab a couple of those and do like a side-by-side comparison. So first, a Model F XT. I guess the one thing that this keyboard has going for it over the XT is that it's got a better layout, but that's probably about it. The Model F XT is like a really nice keyboard if you can get over the layout, which I unfortunately cannot. And then the cooler brother, the AT. So yeah, I mean, there's definitely some resemblances in kind of like this big forehead on it, and you know, just the rounding here, this little ridge, things like that. Yeah, so next I was going to take it apart. Oh, and the cable, presumably this is for plugging into some sort of Macintosh machine. So I of course have to mention this thing that I just got. I just got a whole bunch of these from the Container Store for storing screws. So you just put the screws in there and then you can kind of close it up. It locks, and then you can put it in the box with the keyboard and you won't lose the screws. And if you take the screws out approximately in the order that you know, you kind of place them in the order that you took them off, it helps you to remember how to put something back together again. So that's something that I got. So taking it apart, not really noticing too much. The PCB is pretty bare, so it's probably pretty old, and I do notice that this is some sort of like speaker or buzzer, so presumably this thing makes noise. The connection has a whole bunch of pins. I'll look at that a little bit later. And oh, I guess one thing I have not done is pulled a keycap or two. Okay, so what this looks like, these kind of white sideways Alps looking switches. I don't know what they are. That's like a close-up view. Pretty interesting. It's a linear keyboard. It feels okay. It doesn't feel pristine or anything. But it's also not scratchy, really. It's kind of got that shook that Alps have. But it's kind of hard to get a good idea of what these feel like at their best because the keycaps are so terrible. Not really that they're thin, because they are double shots, but they're just weirding me out. I don't know if it's the combination of this yellow color with the weird profile, but these things make me want to barf. And on the back of the PCB you can kind of get an idea of what the whole switch is going to look like. So the contact or the pins on the switches aren't side by side like an ALP switch or an MX switch either. They're up and down. That's all I'm really seeing there. Maybe I'll pull the keycaps on the keys that have LED lights. Oops. Messed something up there. Stabilizer. May have cracked it. Okay, so it's actually built into the switch kind of in the corner. And these are a different switch. So these are a black switch, whereas the other ones are white. Wonder if this one's the same. No stabilizer on that one. Yeah, same thing. In the windowed cap. You can kind of see. Yeah, so and then my plan for this, I think, is I'm gonna play around with it with the logic analyzer. I'm gonna research, see if anybody's built any converters for this keyboard in the past. See if anybody knows anything about this keyboard or compatible keyboard, since this is for an Apple II, Apple IIe. I think the likelihood's actually pretty high. Oh my God! So that's a big spider web right there. Pretty gross. Alright, and that's about it. So I'm going to wrap it up. Thanks for watching.